We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Following breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
We need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
Welcome back. Isolation20 Podcast, episode number 28, episode number 50. Yes, thank you for click and play. If you are new to the show, welcome to the community. If you are a returning day one listener, I appreciate you returning. I go by the name of DreRawka. I am the host of this ship, the captain, if you will. I'm the captain now. New candle in the studio right now. It's a blue agave cacao. It's 100% soy wax, hand poured in California. This is a gift from the Soul Sisters podcast. Who is a new podcast that is starting the journey, right? So they hit me up and we've been working on getting them started. So thank you, ladies, for rendering my services. It's been great. We actually met, and I usually don't talk about like clients, right, and new people that I'm helping them out and whatnot, but I felt like it was fitting because I lit the new candle. But no, these ladies, man, they're working on a great project. We created the intro, I want to say 2 nights ago. I think it was 2 nights ago. Really dope intro. I'm actually really happy with it. We created it on the spot. It's the first time that I actually sat down with the client and was like, let's try this, let's try that. Let's add this, let's, do these kind of things. What do you think? And I thought that was a really cool experience for me and hopefully for them too. But anytime I see a new creative in this space, I get excited. I get excited because it means that there's new blood circulating in this community, this podcast community, and I'm all for it. I love it when people don't talk about it, be about it, and I love it when people plan. When people plan and execute, that's the type of stuff that really makes me happy. And to see those ladies say, you know what, we're scared, we don't know what we're doing, but we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna leap and we're just gonna do it. I feel like that's 100% of what we do as creatives. There's blueprints everywhere, right? I follow the blueprint of many other people. I follow the blueprint from guys like Joe Coy, Schultz, Charlemagne, Ebro, PK, you name it. I followed the roadmap that's been laid out for me, and I feel like a lot of people, if you're not following the roadmap for somebody, if somebody's doing something that you want to do and they've already done like a really good job at it, maybe it might be being a reporter. What did Barbara Walters, what's her name? Barbara Walters. What does she do? You know what I mean? Or if you want to be a meteorologist, what did your local meteorologist do? I'm pretty sure there's a blueprint that they put on their social media. Just pay attention, right? And I feel like if you're able to modify that blueprint and make it you, then you're going to succeed. You're going to feel confident in doing more things. So salute to all the new creatives that are coming and going. You are welcome in this space, but respect the space. That was one thing that Ice Cube told me. He was like, because when I asked him, because he was getting into, he's into the this Web3 space, right, with NFTs and these kind of things, and a different augmented reality, these kind of things, the Web3 space. And he was like, Dre, like the number one thing that we have to do if you're going into a new space is respect that space, right? Respect the space. And sometimes I feel like some people don't. I feel like whether if it's a new rapper or a new artist, they come out guns blazing, which is great, but you also got to respect the space because there is other people working within this space. You don't want to just come in. And the way that I equate it is we're all in the clay pottery class, right? We're all getting our Patrick Swayze Ghost Demi Moore on, right? And we're all doing this intricate thing with our clay. And then here comes Joe Schmo in the door. Hey, bye, throwing dirt everywhere and, disrupting everything. It's like, yo, buddy, like, chill out. Like, sit down. If you need some help whittling your little clay pot over there, just holler. Denise is over there in the corner to help you out. I don't know why Denise. I feel like Denise would be the name of like an art teacher. Like, hey, Mrs. Denise. Like, she was always cool. Like, it was like Denise Schwartz or something. But she was like, don't call me Schwartz. Just call me Denise. And then you just became best friends with the art teacher. And then slowly but surely, she's like, yo, can you just go down to the corner market, get me some cheese fries, put some nacho cheese in my Doritos? You know how to do it. I feel like we all had that type of teacher. I did, for sure. My son's teacher, we actually just left. And today's pod might be a little bit short because a lot of things going on. But we just had parent teachers conference. That was something. I was just talking to Fonzie on my way to the studio, and I was telling him that, you don't really know that you're doing a good job as a parent until two things happen. Or a stranger tells you your child did something wrong, right? Or your child was very helpful. Other than that, you don't really know. I mean, you might see it in mannerism or, the way they carry themselves at like the store or something, but you there's no like grade sheet for this as a parent. So going into parent teachers conference, I asked him last night, and me and his mom, and we're like, yo, is there anything that you want to tell us? We don't want to go in there surprised. Like, we hate surprises. If you've done something wrong, or if you've gotten in trouble or something, tell us now. And we know he hasn't, right? Because his teacher, she keeps in contact with us. We're in contact with his teacher, so we'll know if there's an issue at school. We'll know. So it gives him the opportunity to just be honest, right? And he's like, "No, Dad, nah." And then you could see the wheel turning in his head, like, yo, he's like making a check mark. Yo, was I good? Tuesday, was I good? You could see it. He's thinking about it. And so I call him out on him, like, yo, you thinking, huh? You're thinking long and hard. Did you do anything wrong? And, he didn't. He's a good kid. I trust my son. And, those times where he tries to, sneak in a little lie, I call him out on it, and I don't let him out of that. And I want him to admit it. Like, yo, I was lying, Dad, right? I apologize. We move forward. Very simple, very easy, right? And so today, we go back to a school, and we just walk in, which I wasn't used to. Usually we have to show ID, we have to be checked in and whatnot, but I guess the teachers know our faces pretty good. And so we just walk in. They're throwing up gang signs at us and stuff. We throwing them back, and so we go into the back, gang. We in the back, gang. And so we go into the classroom, and there's no other kids there. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like, we're here early. We're gonna be able to get in, get out, bing, bing, bong, bong. We're done, right? So we sit down. His teacher's really excited. It's that fourth grade teacher it's her first year at my son's school, and she's all super, ambitious and happy, and which is awesome. Like, she's a great teacher. She's really cool. She's really friendly. She's very much a teacher that I feel confident in. And she sits us down, and she ends up going over last year's progress report versus this year's progress report. By the way, he's only been in school since the last week of August. Well, 2 weeks in August. So it's only been about a month and a half that he's been in school. So kind of interesting timing as far as parent teachers conference. I feel like it's pretty early, but she sits us down. We go over the reading, we go over the math and everything, and he's doing good. He's improving, and we have work we got to do in certain academic areas. And I find that as a challenge for me as a parent. Like, yo, like, how can I help my son? How can I be better also? You know what I mean? So, knowing that he needs a little bit more help on the academic side, I'm going to start going to the library. We're going to have library days, things that I never did with my dad. Going to the library, looking for different activities to actually be a part of, and get excited about reading and picking out books and things like that. And honestly, that's something I need to bring back too in my life is actually jumping into a book. One challenge that I had as a kid, and I kind of still have it as an adult, as far as anything fictional, is actually following the story. I could read the book, but did I retain the story? Do I remember do I understand what's going on as it's going on? You know what I mean? That's always been a challenge for me. And sure, I probably had learning disabilities. When I was growing up, you really didn't have a learning disability. You were just kind of like, does this kid need Ritalin? Is this kid on task? Or not? You know what I mean? Like, I never really had those conversations about learning disabilities and things like that. But when we got to the part of like his behavior, right? The teacher, and this is how we got our progress report about how me and my wife are being, parent wise. She was like, your son is my favorite student. He is the best student. He's always on task. Anytime that I have to, because she has to move different kids around for talking and whatnot. And my son's not one of them. If he has to move, it's because another kid can't sit next to another kid. But my son, he can, Tavian, like, right? He can sit next to any kid in the class. He'll be on task. In fact, he helps other kids like be on task and not disruptive and things like that. And that makes me happy as a parent because, yeah, the academics, that's stuff that we can work on. But I feel like as a person, you're either going to be that helpful, good person that people want to be around, or you're probably just going to be an asshole that nobody wants to be around, that is disruptive. And we know it. We know these kind of people, right? I was one of those people. And it took my dad really sitting me down and being like, yo, I can't just beat your ass every day. Like, I mean, it's getting really tired of coming down to your school and having these conversations with your principal and your teachers. Like, you need to chill the fuck out, right? And I don't have to have those kind of conversations with my son. I remind my son every day, every single day. I tell him every time because my wife takes him to school, every day I tell him before he leaves the house, I tell him, remember you're smart and remember you're funny. And right now, I don't know if he retains it. I don't know if he's like, it's just something dad says to me every day, right? But eventually, maybe he watches this. Maybe dad's gone. Maybe you're watching this, and I'm in heaven. Hopefully, I might be in between. I might be I don't know. I don't think I'm bad enough for hell, but I don't think I'm good enough for heaven. Like, I think about the people that's in heaven, man. The people that donate all their time and energy to be of service. The people in heaven, I'm assuming those people that are up there in land, in all white, I feel like those are like the people that will shave a dog, but then braid that dog hair that they just shaved and give it to a cancer patient. Not me. Like, I don't think I believe I'll be up there. I'll be in between. But he might be reading, he might be watching this now. I mean, dad's gone. And I want you to know that when I tell you that you're smart and that you're funny, it means more than that. It means that you can sit in any room with any person that you feel is more intelligent than you. You can, because they're not. They're not more intelligent than you. And you can make anybody laugh, and you can join in any conversation, and you can bring somebody laughter. You can bring somebody a smile. You can do that. And you do that every day. I see it. You know what I mean? As your dad, as your father, as your friend, as somebody that loves you more than you'll probably ever know. I know that you have all of those qualities because I see it daily. And it's dope that we get to share that with your teacher, right? You bring that same light into your classroom, your schoolhouse, right? And it's dope to get that reassurance that, we're doing a good job. So long-winded answer about parent teachers conference. But I'm proud as a parent because we don't always see the fruits of our labor, I guess you would say. And I think it's good to tell other parents, right? If you see another kid doing something dope, like, tell their parents, like, yo, little Susie Q did something really dope on the playground, and you know what I mean? Like, my son needed help and she helped him out, whatever the case is, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool to big up other people. That's my main point. It's cool to big up people. So big them up.
Hello.
I gave out the phone number, the brand new phone number. Y'all know it. I said it wrong in the little promo video, and so many people were like, "Yo, Dre, you don't even know your own number." No, I don't. I just got this number. We just got this number. The phone number is 385-240-4666. That is a number that's open 24/7, 365. Yes, even on Christmas morning. You can call me up, call up the podcast, talking about, Dre, I just woke up. Santa came, pause. Just came all over the house, pause. Gifts everywhere. I wanted to tell you that, and I just wanted to show love. Yeah, you can do that. 385-240-4666 is the number. I threw it out there. I said, yo, if you have something that you want to get off your chest, if you want to answer the question of the day, if you just want to show some love to somebody that you care about, maybe it's your own kid, maybe your kid killed it on their parent-teachers conference, or maybe it's your kid's birthday. Regardless, leave me a voice note anytime, any day, anywhere. 385-240-4666. Let's jump into this first one here.
Yes, my name is Geraldine Harvey, and I have received a call from this number stating that I needed to call back for my car insurance, so I'm calling now, and
Yo, you know, the funny thing about this voice note is I know exactly who it is, but I'm going to let you guess who it is. Leave me a comment, 385-240-4666. Geraldine? Kind of a weird name. Let's continue to listen.
it's fine. It's all fine. My insurance is A1. I don't understand what the voicemail was about a podcast in my life. But I appreciate that. And, yeah, I guess just at the end of the day, my insurance is good. Thank you.
Yo, it's hilarious. Hey, Gerald, I'm glad your insurance is good. Let me know who you think that was. Who do you think Gerald was? Because obviously that was a little prank. But have you ever got those insurance calls before? If so, how did you handle it? Let me know. 385-240-4666. I got another one here, by the way. Let's see.
Yo, what's up, DreRawka? I heard a post on Instagram about dropping the voice note. I just want to say if, I just want to ask if you're not tuning to deep voice time, man. You guys should really use me. I've been told all the time that I have a perfect voice for radio. Or maybe for...
He said, I have a perfect voice for radio. Your voice is so deep, I can't even understand you a little bit. Let's continue to play.
I have a perfect voice for radio. Or maybe for your podcast, maybe just want someone to do voiceover work, you know? But yeah, keep killing it, and hopefully I can hear your... I don't know what to say.
Whoa.
But yeah, hopefully I can see if I use my voice note on your podcast. All right, peace out.
All right. I believe it was Low. I believe it's the Low's the name that they left on the voice note. Thank you, man. That was cool. I didn't know if anybody was gonna leave none, so I think it's cool that somebody took the time to do that. Again, if you want to be a part of the podcast, you can call the number anytime, any day, anywhere. 365-385-240-4666 is the podcast number. I think he was talking about doing some voiceover work. I think he has a deep voice for voiceover work. Voiceover work. I have a deep voice. The power of Christ compels you. What was his name? James Earl Jones? You deliberately disobeyed me. What did he say, Simba? Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom. I tried. I've always wanted to do voiceover work, but I feel like my voice is too high pitched. I think I have a like a 13-year-old voice, so I don't think I would ever get voiceover work. I think I could be like a cool, like maybe comic book character. Like, remember that one cartoon? This was towards the end of my like comic book phase. but there was a cartoon called Rocket League. I think it was Rocket League, and it was on Nickelodeon at the time. And Rocket League was the shit. It was like the cartoon aspect of fun, but then it also had like action sports, like snowboarding and stuff like that. That was hot. This was when X Games became a thing. And so I started watching that often. But yeah, hit me up on the line if you want to drop a voice note anytime. I got you covered. I got to figure out what we're gonna call that. What we gonna call that? The people's messages. If you have any suggestions, let me know.
Hey Dre, would you calm down for a moment and just let me talk? Just at this point, you're just rambling. All right. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Will Wonder, and I have a podcast called The Will Wonder Pod. I know, super original name, but I promise you'll love it. We talk sports, we talk music, and generally have some really interesting interviews with people that are doing some really cool things. So make sure you check it out wherever you get your podcast. Once again, that is the Will Wonder Pod. All right, Dre, go on about your business, whatever the fuck you were talking about.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
Hey, yo, you're probably listening to the Unrestricted Podcast with DreRawka.
We are?
No, they are.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the real Ruby. You can catch me and Fonzie and the G Daddy Funk on Lake Talk 801 Podcast.
Yeah, but I think you have to come in more smoother, more funnier. Like, yeah, they could catch us on the Lake Talk 801 podcast.
Yeah, y'all can catch us on the Lake Talk 801.
Yeah, and be like, and yeah, man, hey, and they could catch people like me, the real Ruby, and people like you, Fonzie, and people like him, G Daddy Funk,
wow,
on the Lake Talk 801. Who cares?
What did he say?
Huh?
I didn't hear him.
I don't know, but this probably should be the ad.
Are these on?
Catch a new episode every Monday on all streaming platforms. The Lake Talk 801. Tune in now.
Hey Alexa, can you show me a new barber?
Don't worry, I got you.
Boogie Down Barbershop in Taylorsville is now open. Anything from gentleman's cuts, taper, fade, or if you want to treat yourself to a nice hot towel shave, Boogie Down Barbershop has you covered. Cuts for men and kids. Book your appointment today at boogiedownbarbershop.com.
The name says it all.
You know my name.
This is Are You Dumb?
So Post Malone, he decided to take a tumble during his concert. The sad thing about this is that, like, my man's on tour, right? The Butterflies, what is it? The Butterflies and Scars on My Face tour. No disrespect, Post. I love Post Malone. Even though he said the N-word, do we look past that? Do we look past when somebody outgrows their adolescence? I don't feel like we should judge somebody. This is going to be a really wild statement. I don't think we should judge somebody off of a poor decision when they were a child. Now, you might be saying, Dre, at what point do you, right? Because there are children out there like Dylan Ruth that did some dumb shit, right? Did some dumb shit. Probably will never forgive that man. But Post Malone saying the N-word, I'm not going to say I forgive him. I'm just going to say, Post, I like what you do. I think you bring people joy. Since you are an adult now, I haven't seen no fuckery. The same thing with Justin Bieber, right? I haven't seen no fuckery from Justin. Partly because he can't, his face is melting. But my man fell. My man is on tour. He was doing his concert, and there's a part in on his stage where there's like a square cutout, and I'm assuming that's where maybe he comes out, or maybe something comes up or whatever. He forgot and he misstepped and fell right into that hole as he was performing, and knocked the wind out of him. He fell hard too. That thing looked like it hurt right on his ribs. Bam. What song was he performing? He had to be performing like something hype, like Since you got home around with the big boy, like a little Troy. Got me saying, ow. That's what he was. He was like, got me saying, ow. The best in my pocket is out, ow. Just playing, Post. Again, jokes, Post. Everybody get these jokes. I get jokes all the time. Man, I hope he's good. Tim McGraw, not that I'm a country fan or anything like that, but the wifey loves Tim McGraw. Timmy Graw. he did the same thing. He fell off stage. My man, that another country artist that always be falling is my man Garth Brooks. Old man Brooks be falling all the time, but he got friends in low places, so you know what I mean. He gets back up real quick. I think it would be hard. Like, that's one of my fears as a performer myself when I'm DJing. Obviously, like, if I'm going to the restroom, I'm hoping that I don't fall off the stage, or I'm hoping a big fear, I think for most DJs that DJ on turntables, I think a big fear for us is the table collapsing, or somebody leaning on the table a little too hard, and then our whole system just drops. You know, we often get these banquet tables that are plastic that when we put our big ass fucking turntables on it, it ends up dipping in the middle, right? And I have a fear that that thing will just collapse one day, and I hope it doesn't. I got a big gig this Saturday, and I'm terrified of this gig. But you know, what can you do? All you can do is perform and hope for the best. And if things happen, if the worst things happen, guarantee you're gonna be on the timeline for just a second, right? You'll be on a timeline for maybe a weekend, and then something dumb will happen, and then it'll be yesterday's news. But I hope he recovers well. He actually said that the Post said that his ribs are good. There's nothing broke. He did a little MRI or whatever. Everything's good. He's solid. He just needed to lay down for a little bit. But yeah, my man took a tumble. My man, Adam Levine, Maroon 5's very own Adam Levine. My man is under fire right now. A lot of women are saying that Adam isn't the most faithful man out there, and I feel like I feel like his image has been very clean, very squeaky clean, but no longer. That's no longer a thing because they are coming after him. They're saying that he's jumping into different women, Instagram models DMs, and there are receipts, but who knows? I mean, he's saying that he used bad judgment by flirting with one girl, but then that girl turned into like 3 or 4. Crazy thing is that his wife is actually pregnant. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. If you don't know Adam Levine, I'm gonna play a little something from Adam Levine. Well, really, it's from Kanye West. Late Registration, one of my favorite songs ever. And I heard him say, nothing's ever promised to like a relationship, Adam. I shouldn't joke about that because I feel like none of our relationships are solid. Like, your wife could be like, yo, I actually don't want to be with this person no more. You could fart underneath the sheets, and that could be a total deal breaker, and now your wife don't love you no more, or your husband. I'm not judging, I'm just saying Adam is in a tough spot, and I hope him the best for the sake of his family. I mean, that's a tough thing, man. When you talk about a family breaking up, that is horrible. I don't want to see that for nobody, not at all. You know what's funny is that Cardi B, the Cardi B song that Adam had with it, the Girls Like You, every time I would see the story about how Adam is cheating, right? For some reason, whether if it's Entertainment Tonight, they're always using that sound bit. Guess girls like you roll around with guys like me. It's like, yeah, Adam, you probably shouldn't have been rolling around with these girls, my G. Like, you got to be faithful. It's not hard. Like, come on, guys. It's not hard to be faithful. Well, ladies too, because y'all be on some weird stuff too. It's not hard. It's like, yo, if things ain't going the way that you want them to, you can't always get out of it. You can always split. There's no reason to do the whole little cheating thing. That's not a thing. Reebok's in the news right now. So they have a new sneaker design. It's kind of crazy. So this sneaker design is getting backlash because people that religious folks, I guess you would say, are saying that it's a satanic or satanic. I think it's satanic. Satanic. Leave me a voice note, 385-240-4666. Let me know, is it satanic or satanic? I don't know. But they're saying that these sneakers that Reebok just released or are about to release look like hoofs of the devil. Now, I didn't know the devil was something that you could see at like the zoo or something. They found a description of the devil in a book a long time ago. They don't know who wrote this book, but hey, I get it. Religious folks are gonna find things to freak out about. To be honest with you, I thought they looked like ninja shoes. I thought they were kind of dope. I mean, I don't know how they would feel running, but I thought they looked kind of cool. Like I felt like a Three Ninja. You know what I mean? I felt like Tum Tum. Man, like Colt. Not Tum Tum. Tum Tum was the one. But I always liked Colt because Colt was like the hothead. He was kind of like the Raphael of the group, and I like the color blue. But then Tum Tum was dope because Tum Tum was kind of like the Michelangelo. He was kind of like the fun one, right? I don't know. Sorry, just got on a Three Ninja kick. Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. Yo, remember when it was my favorite Three Ninjas? It was Three Ninjas 2, and it was when they go to Japan, and they're playing. They had the chance to go to Little League World Series or go to Japan to study underneath their grandpa, right? And go to this tournament and stuff like that, and defend their honor and whatnot. And there's this girl, right? It's the girl that Rocky's in love with, Lisa DiMarino. Lisa DiMarino. Whatever happened to Lisa DiMarino? Like, I feel like they were trying to hype her up to be the next little 90s heartthrob, and then nothing happened. Lisa DiMarino came and left. No pun intended. But Reebok, man, what you doing? What you doing with these ninja shoes, huh? Are you guys a satanic group? Are you guys just throwing out things out there, just trying to stay relevant and trying to find something because you're no longer on the UFC? And the UFC with those Rock shoes, I love the Rock, but it's kind of foul what you guys are doing with the athletes, making them wear these sneakers. But at the same time, it's a business. If the business has a uniform for you and you don't want to wear the uniform, hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? They're still going to fight. That's one thing that I've learned about corporations. If you don't do it, somebody else will. You're nothing special to a corporation. If you work for somebody, if you answer to somebody, they might make you feel good and appreciated a couple times here and there. But I guarantee you, they don't care about nothing but that bottom dollar. In my experience, that's how it is. That's how it was. That's how it's always going to be, unfortunately. Now, you being a small business owner, you can make change in treating your employees right. But at the end of the day, you're still going to have to make tough decisions for those employees for the betterment of your business. UFC saying, yo, you're going to wear these sneakers and you're going to do it with a smile. Sorry, that's the uniform. That's the job. That's the name of the game. Who knows? Hopefully they can get some. Hopefully they can work something out. Knowing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, once he finds this stuff out, I'm sure he's gonna be like, "Yo, we got to make this right," because that's my guy, Dwayne Dewey Johnson. He will make it right. That's my guy. I talk to him all the time. He actually left a voice note. Just playing. That would be dope. How dope would it be if I was just like, "Yo, answer one of the voice notes," and it was like, "Hey, Dre, it's Rocky. Did you get that tequila I sent you? Oh yeah, go look outside. I got a full truck out there for you. Hey, you smell what I'm cooking?" That was a horrible Rock impression, but I think it would be cool. I feel bad for the UFC guys. I feel like I shouldn't even say just UFC guys. I feel bad for people that get taken advantage of, and it's gonna happen. It's business. It's all bullshit.
And now the movie review segment you didn't ask for. It's down in front.
We watched Elvis last night. Yes, we watched Elvis on HBO Max. I was actually surprised to see it on there because I seen it was in theater and I was like, what? It's already on HBO Max, because I feel like it just hit theater. But yeah, we watched it. I didn't know what to expect. I knew a little bit about Elvis. I knew that he had ties with like BB King and like a lot of blues artists from that area, like that Memphis, Kentucky, Georgia area, the South, right? But I didn't know, and I knew that he redid people's songs. I didn't know if it was like he stole them. I didn't know if it was like he just redid them. I didn't know like the back ends with that. I didn't know his contracts and things like that. Obviously, I was a lot. I think he died before I was born. No, he died. Yeah, he died before I was born, I think. But to see this story, to see it through the lens of the guy that made Elvis Presley who he is and who the icon that he is now, or that he, his legacy or whatever, it's crazy. Like the whole time I'm not thinking about like the music. I'm thinking about like this dude made merchandise before it was a thing. Like this dude put Elvis in front of people that he knew would just in certain positions that would just make the star huger than life. And it would just show the genius of the general, whatever his name is. It was like the blueprint. Going back to what I said originally, the blueprint was set. Like we see this now. We see we're still following that blueprint. All right, we got something cool. This is where I need to put this. I need to add merchandise to this. Can we capitalize on this? Can we get paid off of this? Can we get money off of doing this, that, and the third? Same thing that they were doing back then. We're doing it now. You know what I mean? I just think, and I hope that artists and creatives are smart enough to be like, yo, am I being taken advantage of? Should I speak up? Am I putting in majority of the work but getting less of the pay? Right? Even down to partnerships. You know what I mean? That was always one thing that that I always try to keep in mind is like, how much is somebody else bringing to the product? You know what I mean? If you're doing 90% of the work and you're getting 20% of the pay, that's not right. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know your worth. You need to be smart. You need to be okay with stepping away from certain relationships. And I feel like if there was a point when Elvis was starting to do that, but I think Elvis, it was just time. It was time. Obviously, technology wasn't there. I think that's a big thing now, is that a lot of people don't need other people. We used to think that we needed this big old fancy recording studio to do something dope. Even as far as like music, you don't need that now. So if there's an engineer that maybe they're asking for money outside of your budget and you can't afford it, okay, that's fine. Invest that money and you learn it. You take these YouTube University classes. You get creative with it. Maybe shadow somebody, pay somebody to shadow in their studio, learn this stuff, and then you go and you do it yourself. You know what I mean? Be smarter with your own opportunities. Be smarter with finding areas where it don't make sense and speak up about it. If you notice that these things are getting shady, speak up. What's the worst thing that can happen? A relationship get lost? If I feel like if your relationship ends with somebody that you were doing business with over a concern of fairness and you have a legit reason, then that relationship wasn't going to work anyway. It wasn't going to work. So I feel like this Elvis movie, while it was cool, it was a good movie. They were, from my understanding of what the whole Elvis thing is, with him stealing a lot of the music that he performed, even down to like the way he moved, I feel like it was captured. I don't think that they shined away. They didn't steer away from that. I think that's dope, because sometimes in Hollywood they kind of steer away from like, the truth, right? That some people were scumbags, that some people weren't really, that, and they actually stole it from a black artist, right? Because we've seen that in history and in repeated times where black creatives are stolen from. We still see it today, and it is what it is. I mean, like, I hate talking the history talk because I don't know shit about it. But from what I do know and what I do register, I don't see it changing anytime soon. It may. Something else I'm excited about. I'm super excited. I'm gonna end this podcast pretty soon here. We're almost coming up on time. But Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story on Netflix. This is I think it's a 10 part series on Netflix right now, and this is the little blurb that Netflix put out. Across more than a decade, 17 teen boys and young men were murdered by convicted killer Jeffrey Dahmer. That name just sounds nasty. How did he get away with it? Did he really get away with it? Nah, maybe a couple until they caught up to him and they were like, yo, son, why are you trapping these boys? Why are you drilling in their heads? The Jeffrey Dahmer story. I'm excited about it. It's on Netflix right now. I'm telling you right now, if you are a true crime person, if you are somebody that was born, 80s and up, right? If you were born in the 70s, you probably were living that Jeffrey Dahmer story. You probably remember it. But for me, I was way too young. Being born in the 80s, I was way too young to really fully understand what this man was doing. You know what I mean? Even down to the interviews. Like, I ended up YouTubing some of the interviews that he did and him talking about why he did what he did. This story, you're going to be able to watch this docuseries and then go and hear it from the killer's mouth himself. And I think that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I wish we would have been there's certain killers that I wish we would have been able to like hear why they did what they did. You know what I mean? Not that it matters, but just to understand or try to understand the mindset of that person. You know what I mean? Because as a parent, it terrifies me. It terrifies me that my kids may grow up to do something heinous like that. I don't know. All I can do is fucking look out for signs. You know what I mean? A little bit more aggression. Yo, just finish your corn. No, Dad, I'm not going to finish my corn. Yo, Dommy. Yo, little Jeffrey. Yo, are you hungry? Yeah, I want bones and I want flesh. Whoa, buddy. Take your ass to bed. Get out of here. It's wild. Hocus Pocus 2. There's another friendly reminder. Hocus Pocus 2 is coming to Disney Plus September 30th. Now you might be like, Dre, come on, man. They're going to mess up a classic. I don't care. It's nostalgia. Plus, it's a family movie. I like to watch movies with my family. Get all sensitive about it. Nah, but the full cast is back. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and the other one that rides the little vacuum. Yeah, they're all back. Witches of Eastwick. Is that what it is? Witches of Eastwick. They're back, man, and I'm here for it. I'm gonna order a nice pepperoni pizza that night. Probably asking to put the pepperonis in the shape of a jack-o'-lantern, like Papa Murphy's. But we don't go to Papa Murphy's because. Well, but actually, Papa Murphy's got a couple. They got a couple good joints, but mostly they're trash.
What's good, y'all? It is Gabino Grimes, and I have a very special announcement. You might have heard on previous podcasts that have come out recently, but Mike Masters Alliance is finally back. After 9 years, the wait is over.
The black in him got him thinking he go hard, while the white in him got him so proud to be so smart. For instance, you be slanging drugs, banging guns, hanging with a gang of thugs, popping bubbly with sluts in a crazy club. That same day he does a calculus quiz, reads, plays a game of disc golf, ultimate frisbee, high fives some white guys with a dude. Damn, dude, it's true. You be doing some dangerous stuff.
The excitement of a rap battle is unmatched, as you and I know. Whether it's in your backyard or in a club or in an alley, the anticipation, the skills, and the approval or disapproval of the crowd can't be replicated. So we bring it all back. October 8th, it all goes down at Wingnuts in the District, rightly dubbed the warm-up, featuring 8 battles, co-headlined by Emerson Kennedy versus Bobby Lee and Lunacy versus yours truly. Get your tickets online at mikemasters801.eventbrite.com. Space is limited, so claim your spot now to witness the return of our community's storied battle rap franchise.
All right, that's it. That's all your bitch ass gets.
All right, that's all you get. There was a couple of things I wanted to touch on real quick, though. Shout out to my Oregon Ducks beating BYU, kicking their back in 41-20. Now, my Ducks, I guess this should go into sports. It's in the conclusion. Whatever. So my Ducks, they're in some trouble right now with BYU fans because they were chanting F the Mormons. F the Mormons. Now, you might be insensitive. You might be like, Dre, whatever. Like, I feel like it's a cool thing to rag on the Mormons, right? I'm not LDS. I'm not Mormon. I'm not religious. But I feel like you should respect somebody else's religion, right? But it's also at a football game. They could say a lot worse things, right? We've heard the stories of what BYU's chants in their crowd, right? We've heard it. I've had a former BYU player, shout out JD Allen. He's told us in plenty of podcasts how racist that campus was. I'm not going to say it is because I'm not sure. But just taking facts from a former student athlete that went there, it was bad. And I think saying F the Mormons, not the classiest thing, especially not from my school, my beloved Oregon Ducks. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. But who knows? I don't know. I wasn't there. But if it was being chanted, there might be video. Not gonna lie, I did look. There is video, but I'm not gonna post it because I don't want it to look bad. But hey, look. Be nice. Be kind. Lead with kindness, guys. We don't got a long time here. We're here for a very short time. And you shouldn't hurt people's feelings, man. Lead with kindness, all right? Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd said, he told the Daily Mail that a fight is happening next year, 2023. There's no set date yet. I'm assuming it's going to be for a while because Conor just posted a video and my man's looking beefy. Pause. That dude's probably about 30, 40 pounds heavier than Floyd Mayweather right now. So if they're going to box, catch weight, I don't think Floyd would do that. I don't think Floyd will do that right now. I mean, he's so old. Like, Floyd's older. And I don't know if having that weight on, Conor having that weight on during a boxing match is going to help Floyd. It might. Maybe makes Conor slower. I don't know. But I'm assuming that if they fight next year, Conor's gonna have to drop weight, and I think Conor probably fights in the UFC one more time before he jumps over to boxing. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm excited for it though because Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather 2. It's not gonna be a fun match to watch. It's just gonna be a spectacle. And I'm a fan of Conor's. I'm a fan of Floyd. I almost said I was a Floyd Mayweather fan. I'm a fan of his boxing, his art. I'm not a fan of the showboating, and I guess Conor does the same shit. What? I'm such a hypocrite. Man, forgive me. NBA season's back October 18th. Yes, the season opener. Philly's going to be taking on the Celtics on TNT, and the Lakers are going to be taking on the Warriors on TNT also. I'm just excited for basketball to be back, to be honest with you. There's been so much movement. I think this basketball season, at least for me, is going to be cheering on other teams because my Blazers aren't going to do nothing. And my second team, the Jazz, while they're a young team, they're rebuilding, they might have some fun run and gun games. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you. This whole thing is so weird to me. I'm excited to see how the Lakers do playing. I want to see how Patrick Beverly fits into the offense. And the Warriors, obviously, they're fun to watch. They're fun to, Steph is the greatest player ever. You know what I mean? I say that lightly. Come on, guys. We know MJ. We know a little man named Magic. We know a little guy named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We know these guys. We know Wilt. But Steph, he's definitely up there. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Basketball's back October 18th. And FFC, yes, Fierce Fighting Championship number 21 goes down this Saturday. Remember I was talking about that gig on Saturday? Yes, I'm going to be playing the music on Saturday. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I need you to cross your fingers right now. Hopefully, no issues. Now, I get nervous whenever I DJ at the Maverick Center, whenever I do this, because all eyes are on you. All eyes are on you. It's not like DJing at a bar. If something happens at a bar, and they don't be paying attention to you. I mean, they might be drinking. They're just vibing out to the music. But literally from start to close, it's like, yo, you are on, son. You are on. So make sure go get tickets now. They're starting at $23. Come support Utah MMA. FierceFightingChampionship.com. Doors open at 4 o'clock. Fights start at 5 o'clock. I did 2 interviews. Well, I did 3 interviews pretty much. The first one was with Jason and Zach from the Damage Plan MMA podcast. They represent Fierce Fighting Championship. They came on to talk about it. And then I also recently, this week actually, I interviewed Dominico Salas, my homie, and Johan Rubio. They're fighting each other. They were supposed to fight in January. Dom didn't make weight, or no, Dom got injured, or one of the two. And so he got injured. That's what it was. And the fight got canceled. But these guys are running it back. They're fighting a catch weight fight. Rubio made weight the first time. Dom didn't, and so they approved the heavier weight. And so this time Dom made weight, but Rubio asked for a little bit more leniency on a catch weight. And yeah, man, the guys are going to be throwing down this Saturday again at the Maverick Center. Come on out, support Utah MMA. It's a great time, man. These fights are so fun to watch. And if you watch the UFC, if you watch boxing, if you watch any combat sports, I think it's very important for you to come out and show support for our local guys that are on their way to that level. And we've seen guys make it to that level. What's his, DeMarcus Johnson, I believe his name was, Court McGee, Josh Berkman. You know what I mean? These guys have made it to that level. And I think Travis Marks, like these guys, they're there. And I feel like if you're able to catch them early and follow them on that journey, it's so much more. They're so satisfying to see that happen. So definitely come out this Saturday and say hi. If you're in the building, shoot me a little message. Yo, Dre, we over here, 5th row H, 216. I don't know how that works. I'm rambling at this point. I'm gonna head out of here because I'm about to go watch that Dahmer movie and get some food in me. By the way, weight loss journey still going good. Had a really good workout in the gym. Follow me at Weight Down Credit Up, just as it sounds. No fancy spelling or anything like that. Weight Down Credit Up on Instagram. You can follow the journey. I post everything on there. And if you want to come out for a Sunday workout, we are at Murray High Track in Murray, Utah, every Sunday, and it's about 7 a.m. I say 7 a.m. because that's what we've been doing. So come out 7 a.m. Murray High Track. If you want to come and work out with us, get a session in. Experience levels or those things, it doesn't matter. If you are a gymnast, if you are somebody that's just super fit, this it's a good workout. You're welcome to. If you are somebody that hasn't lifted anything in years, hasn't ran in years, and you just want to start, come out. There's no judgment. I started out at a -10. I couldn't even breathe just walking the track. And now I'm able to, somewhat keep up with the guys. And I say somewhat because these guys, the team, they go hard, but they encourage you too. You know what I mean? So no judgment. It's a judge-free zone. We only encourage you. There's some jokes here and there, but we got to, there has to be some type of lightening up the mood of us working out on a Sunday. Nobody wants to work out on Sundays. That's a lie. I enjoy it. But yeah, anyway, come out Sunday, 7 a.m. at Murray High Track. If you have any questions, hit me up at Weight Down Credit Up on Instagram, or you can hit up Will Wonder as well, or any of the guys. Make sure you leave me a voice note. Let me know what's going on in your life. Again, and maybe you got some good news. Maybe you want to just shout out somebody, or maybe you want to answer any of the questions that I've put in this podcast. Let me know. The phone number is 385-240-4666. Again, 385-240-4666. You can also shoot a text as well. I forgot to even check the text. I think Dalton sent a text message in. He did. He said, love it. Can't wait to play. Don't know what you're playing, Dalton. But maybe he's talking about match 2. I don't know. Match 2 is coming back, by the way. So you match, you win is coming. Yeah, allrock.com is the website. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Have the day you deserve. You already know what the deal is. Always protect your light. Peace.